Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we're able to take the bike out today. It's been pretty chilly during the week, and then finally spring has started and it's supposed to rain for the rest of the week. So I said screw it, let's take the bike out and then have a conversation about fuel. Why is fuel important? Because there's just so many types of different fuels, and we're going to get into that topic as soon as I can get out of this spot. So fuel, because there's so many different types of fuels, and certain vehicles are only tuned for certain fuel. And what I mean by fuel, gas. Okay, so like my bike is dyno tuned for 93 octane and MR12. The reason why my bike can take MR12 is because I got a switch, and then the ECU, well, we got the power commander. So the power commander is dyno tuned for the MR12. What that means is the air fuel ratio, so you gotta have, you know, air and fuel has to match so it can burn that fuel correctly. Some motors are high compression motors and some are low compression motors. Okay, so now typically, so like a 4-cylinder typically is a low compression motor. So why did this conversation come up? Well, we're gonna get more in details. So I have a 2019 GMC Terrain. It has a turbo, but it's only a 1.5. It's a very small motor, and it's a low compression motor. Now the fuel only acts for what up? Burnt tires? But yeah, low compression motors can't take high octane fuels. It starts stalling out. I think it was like medium grade fuel, which is more higher than regular. My car wanted to stall out much sooner when I come to a stop, so my auto stop feature was dying out sooner. It was trying to shut it off, and even though I wasn't coming to a complete stop, the car believed that it should. So it was basically stalling out at a stop sign or a red light because of the auto stop feature. The car wasn't able to read correctly the fuel because it was only tuned for premium, regular gas, not premium or higher grade than regular. So I had to call up the dealership to figure out what was wrong with the car. I thought something's wrong with the car, the auto stop feature, or something more serious. So he told me, well, what kind of gas are you putting in? Because yours is only a low compression motor. Yeah, it has a turbo. Yeah, it has this, and this, but it's only made for regular gas. So your sensors and your cars, it's a very sensitive type of car. So he said, make sure you're only running regular, and then if it's still doing it, then you have another different type of problem. Then it's a different story. So I did run regular, and so far it hasn't been trying to stall out. So I wanted to make this video to, you know, help people out with fuel. Same thing with cars. And he told me, you know, you can damage a motor just by running the wrong gas, or you get a bad batch of gas. So he said, just be careful on what you're putting in. If your car is not recommending premium, then don't put premium. MR12, you definitely want to run a dyno tune and get the ECU tuned for race fuel. Just the same way with doing 93 octane. If it's not built for premium gas, then don't use it. I know a lot of people say, oh, but you get more horsepower, you get longevity with the gas. That's not true. If your motor can't burn the fuel correctly, all you're doing is damaging the motor and wasting gas. Something that we didn't know because, well, we never did that, you know, there wasn't YouTube about it, there wasn't much research about it, so people were just putting premium gas, wasting money on gas, and damaging their motor at the same time. So again, I didn't put premium in the car, I just put medium, the mid-grade, and even then the car still didn't like the mid-grade. So which is benefit for me, because then I only got to put regular. You know, it's cheaper on gas, plus, you know, again, it doesn't mess up my car. You know, I had 2 trucks, and how much I was spending on gas was a lot. I had the 2015 Ford F-150 twin turbo. I think I was the 3.5 liter V6. Don't quote me on that because it's been a while since I had that truck. Then I had the 5.0 Hemi for the Dodge. I had a 2010 Dodge Ram, and like I said, the gas was expensive for those trucks, especially for the Hemi. That thing was eating up gas like nothing. So I learned to appreciate the little car that I got now. But yeah, I just wanted to have that conversation about the fuel and the importance of getting your car dyno tuned if you want to run 93 octane or 91 or was it E85, which is the natural gas, but you can't run E85 on a car that's not dyno tuned for it and not prepared for it, because E85 it's a very special gas. It's more special than race fuel, because you have to get stuff upgraded in the vehicle to run E85 if it's not already built for it. So I think the filter, the pump, the injectors has to be upgraded to run E85. It's more volatile than race fuel, but it is more healthier for the motor if you want to compare one to the others, like E85 to race fuel. Race fuel will damage that motor a little bit more quicker than E85, because you can run E85 on a regular car, like, you know, because they are built with E85, so you can run E85 like normal. It's not dyno tuned to be a race car. It's just you know, tuned to use E85 because it's a natural gas. But I'm not sure if it's more expensive or not, so I won't speak about that. So yeah, I almost messed up my car by putting a higher grade gas. But remember, just because you spend that type of money doesn't mean that it's going to benefit you. Everything comes with a consequence, even when you get more expensive things. So if you want to run higher octane, even on a low compression vehicle, get it dyno tuned by a professional, and see what the benefits are for the vehicle if you want to run it faster. But remember that there's consequences. The more you beat up on that motor, the more the possibility of blowing that motor, blowing the pistons, the valve cover, you know, the transmission. There's more damages that you're going to do when you beat up on a vehicle. It's not the same thing as a race bike that was built to at least withstand a certain amount of beatings. You know, this bike is built for high RPMs. A car is really not built for that unless you get a race car, but even then they go bad. So me, I love beating up on my bike, and then the car is just getting from A to B. Right now, I'm just riding around and trying to use up as much gas as I can, because I made a mistake. I wasn't paying attention. I put regular fuel in the bike because I was so used to it with my car. And I was like, dang it, mix 93 with 87 which I know is not gonna be good for the bike. So yeah, so right now I'm just trying to drain out as much as I can and just use it up. Oh, even additives. If you put additives to clean out the injectors, your car won't run good until that cleaner is out of the fuel. So again, if your car is dyno tuned or your bike is dyno tuned and you run in cleaning solutions into the fuel, it is going to have hiccups. Like, it's going to want to die out on you. It's going to want to stall out. It might not stall out because there's not enough cleaners in the fuel, but it's going to feel like your bike wants to drown and stall, but it won't. But it's still, you know, until it doesn't get completely drained out, it's going to run like that. So I was able to help somebody out with, you know, if they're having problems with their car, their bike, or they want to get their stuff dyno tuned for 93 octane or 91, and you know, you do get more horsepower out of it. You know, you do get some benefits, but if you're not willing to pay for the consequences afterwards, meaning burning out that motor much sooner because you're beating up on it, you know, even if it's automatic transmission or manual transmission, if you're not ready to throw out that money, I wouldn't recommend, you know, dyno tuning your vehicles to run faster if you're not ready for the overall consequence. Now me, on my bike, I do all the work myself. I've done majority of all the work myself, other than the dyno tuning stuff. But changed my clutch plate. You know, I get a lot. I can flush out my brake fluid. You know, my clutch fluid, all of that stuff, because this bike is a hydraulic clutch. So, you know, if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, I do have a lot of videos explaining about motorcycles. I'm not a professional mechanic. I just know certain things, and I learned certain things off of YouTube. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys I'm a professional. Do your own research, search it up on YouTube yourself, or search it up on Google. But I do have somewhat of understandings of motors, transmissions, clutches. And do I know compression ratios? No, I do not. Do I know a lot of math about cams and pistons? No, I do not. I do not rebuild motors. I do not rebuild transmissions. So a lot of that math, I never studied it. I wish I did. It's a good thing to learn. I'm trying to get it in neutral. I hate when it skips it. There we go. So it's a good thing to learn. You know, about motors and how rebuilding it and all that stuff. But anyways, like I said, if you guys have any questions, you can watch my videos or put a comment below. Everybody ride safe, drive safe, and I'll definitely catch you guys on the next video.